What happened to Arlong? By and large, Japan loves the new live-action One Piece trailer, especially the casting and costume design. But if there is one live-action character who has struck up some skepticism, it is Arlong, the big baddie of the Arlong Park plotline. Doesn't Arlong look kinda small? Arlong looks weak. I wish they'd made Arlong a lot bigger. I thought Arlong was the live-action version of Ao Oni. Arlong? Michael Jackson? I'm honestly disappointed with Arlong. There are various other issues, but the real letdown is that Arlong is too short and his easy to CG eyes are just plain black. Arlong was originally a character who embodied the overwhelming, intimidating presence of a great white shark, but they turned him into a frail, pale, and dirty middle-aged man. It's a casting mistake with amateurish makeup, and to make matters worse, no CG. They should have treated the most formidable enemy from the early game of One Piece with greater care, etc. etc. Personally, I think Arlong, or should I say R-Short, will be just fine in the live-action context, but I do see where people are coming from. Firstly, Arlong is much taller than Luffy in both the manga and the anime. In fact, pre-timeskip Luffy is just 172 centimeters tall, whereas Arlong is a whopping 263 centimeters tall. And the sheer difference in size was one of the reasons Arlong was such an imposing villain. Unfortunately, they don't make real people that big these days, but whether they zapped Arlong with the shrink ray because they didn't have the budget to make a computer-generated giant Sawshark man, or simply because they thought it would work better artistically, it is hard to ignore just how dinky he looks compared to OG Arlong. However, even in the Romance Dawn arc, there are enemies such as Axehand Morgan who tower above Arlong, and absolutely massive human characters such as Doflamingo in later arcs. So unless they have enough budget to do one-to-one CG adaptations of half the cast in One Piece, then it was probably best to establish this stylistic direction early on. That said, I think two features that make this Arlong seem particularly puny are the oversized head and the sloped shoulders. In the manga and the anime, Arlong's head was much smaller relative to his massive body, and that head-to-body ratio made him look more like a buff Super Mario Bros. Movie Goomba, and less like a Blue Me avatar. And if live-action Arlong had a smaller head or was simply played by someone with square shoulders, he might look more intimidating even if he wasn't 8'7". As for the nose, a lot of people don't like it, but a Sawshark merman with a Sawshark nose, I don't really see the problem. Anyways, if live-action Arlong's personality is as terrible as it is in the manga, I think most people will overlook the physical size difference pretty quickly. But how about you?